Over 40 years ago, color was thought of as a symbol. Kings wore royal purple robes to designate power. Men were uniformed to denote what army they belonged to, and in ancient tribes, the more colors a man wore, the more distinctive he was regarded. There are several color theories. Johannes Itten was concerned with art theory and its application. He was concerned with psychological feelings and found that his students drew better pictures if they liked the colors that they were working with. This was way back in the 1800s. Robert Dorr was an artist from New York who discovered the skin tones of blue and gold. He named his system Color Key and used two categories, magenta and orange. In 1974, a Maritone Color Key Corporation copyrighted his system and created a pocket dictionary of the two color areas of color to be utilized by interior designers. When you see these charts in the paint stores, now you know who started them. Albert Munsell was a painter and art teacher in Boston who developed the art color tree to teach hues, chroma, and value. All colors range from white down to 10 steps in the most saturated or purest color chroma. His system, named Color System, created 100 pieces of paper chips arranged in the shape of a tree. The chips all the same color but varied in light and dark. Many color theorists based color testing on this. William Oswald received a Nobel Prize in chemistry as the scientist who worked with technical problems of painting and color. He also created a color tree representing black, white, and full color. Robert Ridgway was a bird expert who had a color dictionary, Ridgway Color Dictionary, which shows over 1,000 colors with names that detail color tints, white and or black added. The C system was developed by the International Commission of Illumination, which makes it possible to color key both the Munsell and Oswald color theories and came up with accurate colors. This finding made it possible to give accurate color mixing for interior designers and clothing manufacturers. The Pantone Company created a system of matching printing inks for the printing and publishing industry. What is the purpose of learning about these mainstays? Is the color industry is filled with these people who began color all those years ago. The color analysis of today are able to do what they do because of these people. Color has basically three dimensions. Hue identifies a color by name. Red, yellow, blue, and green are considered hues. Every color falls into a definite hue category. These are undiluted colors in their intense luminosity. They are measurable and different from one another. Intensity is also known as chroma within color systems. This is relating to the intensity of a hue. In simplified form, intensity refers to the brightness or dullness of a color. Value refers to the lightness or darkness of a color. To lighten, you would tint. To darken, you would shade. You do this by adding black or white. To gray a color or dull it, you would add a complementary color to it. Color harmony is the evaluation of two or more colors. The harmonious colors, which are composed of closely similar chromas or different colors within the same shades. They are combinations of colors that do not have a sharp contrast. Color harmony is very individual. Harmony is balance. To experiment the subjectiveness of color harmony, try this test by Itten. Look at a green square and close your eyes. You will see an after image, a red square, and trying the other way around you will see a green square. The after image will always turn out to be a complementary color. Color affects our communication. When we were first conditioned to pay attention, we learned that the color red said stop, a fire engine said stop, and a red light said stop. Colors on labels affect whether we buy a product. Restaurants use colors to attract a certain atmosphere. We are affected by color. It is estimated that as much as 60% of what people first notice is color. We react involuntarily to it. When we see a person dressed in black, that person stands with authority. People are very subjective about color. They have favorite colors and they like certain colors on them. Color is a language. Here's an example. Holiday Inn changed an old sign from yellow, green, and orange to mostly green with a small amount of yellow and orange, and that change, according to Carlton Wagner from the Wagner Institute for Color Research in Santa Barbara, California, sent a signal that the roadside motel of the 1950s was sprucing up their act. Green, he says, attracts more sophisticated people than orange and yellow. According to Wagner, you have to match color carefully to your audience. Highly social economical groups generally respond to complex and dark colors, whereas lower income groups respond to simple and highly saturated colors. Since Bernice Kentner, author of Tie Me Up with Rainbows, Color Me a Season, and A Rainbow in Your Eyes, and Carol Jackson, author of Color Me Beautiful, color has been converted to seasons. As mentioned earlier, color was already in the Pantone system and put into categories. These authors made it easier to understand what colors do and how effective they are in looking and feeling good about yourself. Color has also been studied in personality testing through the efforts of Dr. Max Lucier in his book, The Lucier Color Tests. Colors have been classified in the two basic categories of warm and cool. These are just some of the many colors that would be found in the color books. The reasoning behind the seasons is the cool colors that are listed here have a blue base and have been categorized into two of the seasons, winter and summer. The warm colors have golden tones with yellow greens, earth greens, and the two categories seasons are spring and autumn. To compare the four seasons, for example, winter, summer, spring, and autumn, winter would have pure white, summer would have soft white, spring would have ivory, and autumn would have off-white. So therefore you can wear any color, it's just the intensity of the color that will make you a winter, summer, spring, or fall. Color typing is not an exact science. Most people are not absolutes. Try this test. Put green on what you believe is spring. You will see that green looks old in olive green. It's just too drab for them. Put rust on who you believe is autumn. You will see a face brought out by color. If a spring person looks good in gold, it helps us to see if they need to rely heavily on one side or the warm side of color. Listen and observe facial expressions. Autumn people do not want to wear bright colors. They are subtle and prefer to be noticed by their conversation and IQ instead of their clothing. Summers are quiet people as a whole and want to be subdued in their clothing. Do not miss out on a pastel spring or autumn because of the way they speak or dress. Never confuse a client by showing them too many colors. Observe and show them colors you feel would be appropriate and choose the harmony colors to show them. Here's how to drape. Use 4 reds, 4 greens, and 4 browns. First test with a foundation color, rose beige for one type, warm beige for the other. This narrows down what spectrum you will want to try first. If the blue-pink base foundation grade the face, then you know what side of the spectrum they are on, warm or cool. Eliminate the wrong colors as early into the process as possible. For example, if you choose purple, spring, blue-violet, autumn's deep violet. If you choose to try browns, notice that autumns have orange-brown, spring has yellow-brown, winter has black-brown, and summer has soft-brown. If you choose to try pinks, notice that autumn has light peach, spring has apricot, winter has deep pink and a blue base, and summer has the lightest pink. Winters must have black added to their green because it brings out whiteness in their complexions. Creamy off-white looks better on springs than pure whites. The formula for color typing is, if you are a winter, think blue. If you are a summer, think pink. If you are a spring, think yellow. If you are an autumn, think gold. Winters are blue-based colors, true, vivid, no orange tones or browns. Primary and secondary colors except for orange. And summers are pink-based colors, softened, no orange, colored softened from winter. These are the cool seasons. Autumns have golden tones with yellow greens and earth tones. No pinks, can wear orange and gold, muted colors, and dark but not bright. Springs have yellow tones, clear yellow greens. Choose pinks with yellow in them, yellow complements, no black or pure white, light primaries, light and bright. These are the warm seasons. To review, winter people wear true primary colors and colors with blue undertones in either dark and vivid or light and icy shades. They are to avoid muted colors. Colors in this family are dark navy, gray, beige, silver grayish, gunmetal, gray, deep charcoal gray, and jet black, to name a few. Summer people wear muted blue, soft pastel colors. They wear soft colors in mostly light to medium shades with blue or rose undertones. Pastels can either be clear or dusty, while darker shades should be muted. Avoid deep, intense colors. Colors in this family are muted navy, soft gray, rose beige, soft cocoa brown, light blue gray, to name a few. Spring people wear bright, clear yellow and light colors. They wear clothes with a yellow undertone in light to medium shade. Avoid dark colors. Colors in this family are orange, red, bright navy, sand, camel, warm ginger brown, and Kelly green, to name a few. Autumn people wear strong, golden, earth colors. They wear medium to dark earth colors, either clear or muted, with a yellow or gold undertone. Avoid light and delicate colors and pastels. Colors in this family are midnight blue, russet, and dark brown, to name a few. Personal pigmentation. With years of consulting, my findings are that there is an intermediate skin tone in addition to the warm and cool colors of many color systems. By mixing neutral colors with warm and cool cosmetic colors, you will discover a natural skin look for your client. For example, if you mix blue-red with golden melon red or warm pinks and reddish browns with beige, you can create some middle color that will look great on your client. Do not rely on one system to analyze your client. Each person is an individual. Always look for a color that will match skin tone. If a client is neither warm nor cool, use melon red or warm pink and experiment. They will appreciate your effort. The reason I am so strong on this is because I was analyzed 3 different seasons before I became a consultant and analyzed myself. Only one consultant had been right. I was an autumn, but because of my red hair and blue eyes, it was easier to call me a spring. If these consultants would have taken the time with me to take that extra step to see if I had a golden skin tone and asked me if red was my natural color — it is not, I wish it was — I would have known I was an autumn long ago. But not only that, I never stick to rules. I wear black and autumn should never do this. But if you put the correct makeup on and wear autumn earrings, black can be beautiful on an autumn. There is no question that people look better in some colors than in others, but it's highly individual. Research shows that people wearing light colors seem friendlier and more likable than those in darker ones. If you wear clothing that makes you look somber, your popularity and credibility may suffer and cause you business and social problems. Yes, there is research like this, but you have to decide how you want to use color. Color is a language, just as clothing is. Some people want to not fit in on certain occasions, so they would choose to dress less authoritative. Use color to your advantage.